Republican Senator Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee. Senator Blackburn, there are at least half a dozen items that just left me speechless in the last day or so. I mean, obviously, this is not a rescue bill. It's a whole lot more. Your thoughts?
It is a lot more than a rescue bill or COVID funding that should be targeted, timely, and temporary. But what they're trying to do is bail out the blue states. You've got about $50 billion for New York, $27 billion for California. The Bay Area Rapid Transit is going to get millions and millions and millions of dollars. So what the Democrats are doing with their bill is rewarding incompetence. They are rewarding people that have been taking the taxpayers' money and spending it fast and loose and running up a lot of debt. But you know, Charles, this bill has got to go through the Senate parliamentarians. It's got to go through that bird rule and the bird bath, as they say, and we'll see what they say has to be pulled out of it.
You know, to your point, it's not only rewarding these states, to your point, it feels like it's emboldening them to do the same policies, same ham-fisted policies that are putting, you know, thousands of restaurants out of business, millions of people out of a job permanently. It's actually saying, keep doing this. That's what bothers me, is that they're going to continue with these policies that haven't worked, that have been ultimately destructive for their own economies.
Precisely. If they're looking at this bill and saying, if you are going to be disrespectful of the hardworking taxpayer, we're going to give you more money to go blow, more money to spend on unions and pensions, more money to put into teachers' unions that won't go back to the classroom. And by the way, we're going to give you a kicker, a $15 an hour minimum wage that is going to put a lot of small businesses out of business. And when you talk about restaurants and live venues and the entertainment industry, people that need to have those support system jobs, $15 an hour as a minimum wage. You know, Charles, one of my manufacturers in Tennessee said, look, we pay on a scale that's called minimum wage plus. And they start with minimum wage and they plus it up, whether it's new hires or long-term employees, on their hourly workers. This would completely change the way many companies have done businesses. There would be millions of people that would lose their jobs because of a $15 an hour minimum wage, and thousands of restaurants, thousands of small business employers that would shut their doors because they can't afford to work.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Senate parliamentarian. Many believe that could be the last hope against this determined effort to push this through along with the other spending. Now, it's interesting because two of your colleagues, Republican Senators Tom Cotton and Mitt Romney, are releasing their own version of this sort of raising the minimum wage to $10 instead of $15, but they have some other specifics in there, particularly regarding illegal immigration and things like that. I mean, this is an issue, right? Can there be an elegant solution for it?
What we need to remember is that people want a maximum wage. They want to be able to work hard and be rewarded for their productivity. And then you can look at it and say, you know, the bottom of the wage scale is zero if people are not going to work. Now, I'm one of those. I say, let's reward people who want to work, that want to work hard, that are out here trying to compete, and then let the market set the minimum wage. In different states, a minimum wage is going to be different. It is different in Tennessee than it is in Illinois. It is different in New York than it is in New Mexico. And we need to realize that and stay with where we've been with the states working on this issue.
Senator Blackburn, when you said a maximum wage, I almost broke out my tambourine. Thank you so much. Always appreciate our conversations.
Absolutely.
Well, on that, absolutely. See you soon. Hey.